Now, Phaedra didn't bother to show up at the reunion for the Married to Medicine. Last week we saw part two. And she really didn't show because, as she told us on the show during the season, is that she doesn't like those type of bees.
What have you learned from your time with the league?
That they're trash.
Oh. So I'm not going to be able to say that I enjoyed anything about this group because I feel like they're demonic minions of hell.
They're those bitches.
It is something about these medical doctors that really struck me when the whole mean girl thing, people have called Simone a mean girl for a while. They have called Dr. Jackie a mean girl, sometimes an undercover mean girl. Dr. Heavenly, that goes without saying. But all of them, I guess, have kind of played that role to some extent or the other, especially with the drama. But it's something very mean, though, when you're watching this show and you have people who have had reconstructive surgery to avoid or to hopefully reduce the risk of getting breast cancer when the mother has died from breast cancer.
Your titty's way over here. Please don't talk about me when you got my surgery.
I had a prophylactic mastectomy reconstruction.
This is what I don't like about you, girl.
Terrible.
They do.
When you have a young woman who is trying to get pregnant and having fertility issues.
You had to crawl into a DM and lie to him and say that you can give him a baby, and you have not made good on that.
Girl, please.
And you have at least 2 OBGYNs on the stage who are there for all of the cutting, all of the dagger-like remarks, and they don't come to the defense of the person going through that situation. And this is a reality show, so I understand if you're not coming to the defense of Sweet Tea, if you don't feel like whatever the beef is between her and Greg and Quad and King, or her and Heavenly, or Contessa and Heavenly. But after Dr. Heavenly made comments about how Contessa's breasts look, and Contessa called out, like, are you talking about my breasts after I had, surgery and reconstructive surgery and so on? And Jackie was like starting to cry, and she was like,
You know what is so sad?
What?
What I would have loved for Dr. Jackie to say is what made her so sad is that she hates to hear any women coming at each other by way of insult when it comes to anything dealing with their health, women's health, anything dealing with that, because of the sensitivity, the pain that it causes. This is a very trying and stressful thing, hurtful thing for women to go through to try to overcome the battle. And not only does it impact them, but it impacts their families, whether you're dealing with breast cancer or reconstructive surgery to prevent breast cancer, or if you really want to have a baby and you're having fertility issues and you haven't been able to conceive yet. And for 2 OBGYNs to sit on this reality TV stage, and when those backhanded comments are made specifically towards those conditions and they say nothing, they just have the look on their face like, ooh, did you hear what she said? Now that to me is a level of like mean girl. I mean, that it's beyond being a mean girl. It's like unprofessional. It's just like, I just feel like it shows it's some kind of character flaw in Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie when those things happen and they don't say anything as physicians, especially as women physicians, especially as black women physicians. And for Jackie, we know what she's done in the past because she's made egregious comments in the past.
Sometimes as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
her first comeback when people said, wait a minute, what did you say now? Her first comeback to that was basically her words were taken out of context. They were not. We saw the clip. We know what you said. Then her next stab at trying to recover from that was, she was crying and apologetic and talking about how she spent her whole life fighting for women's health, blah, 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 blah. But the bottom line of it is that when women on that stage, in y'all little group who are battling serious health conditions, you and Dr. Simone sit up there and y'all smirk. And you don't take a stand as a physician. So I think that is beyond just being a mean girl. It's something very immoral about that. But I tell you, after listening to these folks, because I even listened to Dr. Heavenly is everywhere on YouTube. I think she'll sit with anybody. She's everywhere on YouTube. And even listening to her after the comments she made about Contessa's breast surgery or reconstructive breast surgery, which she's not apologetic at all about what she said to Contessa. I'll insert a clip just so you all can hear what she said.
What y'all did not see with Contessa is Contessa called me Respucia. She kept taking shots about my dress. She said, my weight and stuff like that. And then when she said Respucia, and I was trying to think, who the fuck is Respucia? Then I thought in my mind, that's Eddie Murphy. What is it? Not the clumps, but
the other is
what's the name of it? Norbit. I couldn't even think of the name just now. Norbit.
Yeah,
so when she
the
said
one that says, you want to see a bitch come down the slide?
My ignorant tail, I'm looking at her Respucia, bitch. I know you not Respucia with your titties on different zip codes, bitch. You not finna do this. So I wasn't thinking about no breast cancer. But my whole thing is this. If she's gonna go down that route, which she is, that she had prophylactic, the bitch ain't never had no breast cancer. She's never had it, right? Prophylactic. Right. I can say I've had surgery too to prevent me from being fat. Okay? So it's preventing disease, high blood pressure, diabetes. Jackie tell me all the time. So I've had preventative work too and reconstructive work, bitch. And if you gonna call me Respucia, I can damn sure talk about your titties. That's all I got to say about it. Y'all can run with that. I ain't apologizing for that shit.
These are doctors who are taking digs at some of the most serious conditions and sensitive conditions that women can face. And the two OBGYNs on the panel, they don't stand up and say, hey, that's a bridge too far. We don't need to be doing that. We're not going to be doing that. Even on the grounds of them themselves just being women, but them being OBGYNs to me adds a little extra oomph to it, where they should have a position to say, we don't support that, and you need to find another insult, honey. Whatever you want to throw at her, pick whatever you want to pick. But that we're not going to do. We're not going to throw jabs at somebody who's had reconstructive surgery to hopefully not get the breast cancer that killed their mother. We're not going to take jabs at somebody who's having fertility problems and trying to conceive and struggling in that space. We're not going to do that. Okay? But they don't. And I really think, just like how you see Dr. Heavenly all over YouTube, on her YouTube, everybody else's YouTube, everybody else's podcast talking about this show, I think they have definitely fallen in love with the fame. And even though for the people who are practicing physicians, whether it's the OBGYNs or whether like Dr. Heavenly is a dentist, the fame right now is in the driver's seat. And that is going to be served before what should be served just from an ethical position of them being doctors. And again, I accept this is a reality TV show. I am not one of those people who are like, oh, we don't want to see any drama, because I stand 10 toes down on if you had a reality TV show with no drama and everybody was just hoo and going on trips, you wouldn't watch it. I do not believe people would watch it. So it's a little disingenuous. Sometimes I feel when people are like, we just want to show where we just show that we're all just uplifting each other and blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't watch it. And this to me is not about it being a black show or white show or whatever show. It's just reality TV, period. You would not watch it. You need a certain level of drama. I am saying, though, even in that level of drama, these doctors, especially the OBGYNs, they should draw a line in the sand on some things. And they're not doing that. So I think Phaedra was right.
Because I feel like they're demonic minions of hell.
They're those bitches.